You was happy to go to California.
Yeah.
You was happy to leave me.
Well, you gotta think about it. I was in Tennessee, and then I got to go away from Tennessee for the whole summer and do the same thing I was doing in Tennessee.
I didn't want Mama to get you, but I let her take you. And I was like, man, I missed my child.
That helped me stay on my best behavior during the school year. Cause Mama used to be like, well, you ain't going to California. You keep acting up in school, and I'd be like, all right, let me. But I had to hide that last report card though, cause Mama, if you bring anything lower than an A home, you failed.
Really?
Yeah,
A B.
A B. Mama didn't let you have B's, so
You had to have an A.
Because he could do better.
Oh.
But check this out. Back then, an A was only 5 points. Once you get to a 94, it's a B. So I didn't have no flexibility at all.
Oh, wow.
That's why I feel like I was an overachiever growing up, because we only had 100 through 95 was an A.
Mm-hmm.
So you only got so much wiggle room. Nowadays they got 100 through 90.
93.
That's a lot.
Wow. That's still an A? 93 is an A?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And then if you get a 0, we got to give you a 60.
Yeah.
You can't give less than 60.
So even people doing nothing get a grade?
See, I ain't get
Get a
that.
60. I was like, yeah, I'm finna call Congress and ask them, because I ain't gonna give you nothing.
So I was super excited to go see Grandmama, even though Grandma had to work all the time. But Grandma used to come home and cook. So I give Grandma kudos for that.
Yeah.
Grandma taught me.
Who was keeping you?
Well, Mom, there's only grown people in the house, only 2 people.
And the thing about Shot, if I would go to work like 3 to 11, and you cook that day, Shot be waiting for them leftovers for lunch the next day. Okay, that boy would eat anything.
Garbage disposal. That's how I got my nickname, the garbage disposal.
He wouldn't complain about nothing. He would just smile. He was the sweetest child. His demeanor was just like, you never knew what was going on behind that head, though. What was it, Shy?
I was always in a state of happiness because I didn't know better.
You didn't know what?
I didn't know better.
He didn't know better. He didn't know not to be happy.
Child.
And then when he went to Cold State, with which aunt in the other part of California? Did you do the same thing you did there too?
She was different. She was on me tough because of how my daddy turned out. So
how was she on you tough? You
like,
just a child.
No. Maxine.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know how like my dad grew up a little different. So when he grew up the way he grew up, my dad turned into like a social drinker. So with them, they was like, you gotta be smart. You gotta use these tools because we see a lot of your daddy, and you gotta use these tools. And I'm sitting here like, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah, what were they talking? What were you doing that they wanted you to use? What tools?
I don't know. They didn't have them. They didn't have the tools, so it's really threw me off.
They just was like living through you.
Yeah, my whole
they wanted you just to not do
what my daddy did.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how do you start that as a child though? Huh?
Me in my position now as an adult, I understand, but I didn't know who my dad was. So they're trying to guide me on the whole.
How come you didn't know who?
Opposite. You don't realize the stuff about somebody at that age.
11.
You knew who he was, but you didn't know.
I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
My dad wasn't around like that. My dad wasn't around consistently till I turned like 15.
Oh, okay.
Consistently. I know where he at. I can call him.
Mm-hmm.
He know where I'm at.
Okay.
So up until like 14, 15.
He was out of jail when he was little.
Yeah. Really?
But I didn't know it.
All the time.
But you didn't know it?
He was getting them 1129s.
But you didn't know it? You knew who he was.
My dad was saying, I'm coming to get you on Friday. I didn't hear from him for about 2 or 3 weeks. And he'd be like, I'm coming to get you. And I'd be like, well, what happened last time?
Sometimes he trying to come get him, but he be drunk, so I don't let him come get him.
Oh, okay.
I'd be like, you finna come get him and then drop him off over Mama Lou's. That's not you having it. because you drunk. So you been finna be in there sleep. Or over to my Betty's and he over there. With Mama Love.
So that was the difference between my mama's side and my daddy's side. My daddy's side, they were more focused on like, we see what happened to your dad. We gotta put extra work into you. And my mama's side was more like, everything good.
Yep.
Y'all didn't show me the bad things in life. So I was definitely sheltered from the bad.
I sure trying to keep him being like your daddy. That's for real. I just was praying.
But you just, I don't get how you keep somebody from being like their daddy. I don't see how.
Mama, it's just stuff you do. I can't even explain it.
It's not a handbook. So
that's what I'm saying. It ain't a handbook. Yeah. So I would be confused if I was trying to keep somebody from being like somebody. I'd be really confused about that.
That wasn't my words. I wasn't trying to do that.
That's my daddy's side.
Oh.
But they didn't know what my daddy was like he was. They just was like, you like this, let's do the opposite.
Okay.
Excuse me.
They didn't know him neither then, huh?
Nope. Hey, still going with this?
Oh, God. They didn't know him. They just knew of it.
Yes.
Okay, the things that the trouble he was getting into.
They didn't know him as a person.
Okay. Because he's a good person.
Yeah, so it really threw me off. I was like, man, he come pick me up, give me candy, take me out to eat, feed me. Give me all my favorite food.
I just couldn't see nothing bad about Mike, okay? Until he started with like, he gonna tell you he gonna do something, and you wonder why he didn't do what he said he was gonna do. Yeah. That's because he got drunk, okay? Because one time I was at the hospital with Christy, and he said, I'm right around the corner from you. I can be there in like 5 minutes. I said, okay, you can be here in 5 minutes. That was 2 hours ago. Yeah. He kept calling me.
Yeah.
He kept calling me. Okay, I'm right around the corner, but you want me to bring you something? The Whitney's right down here. I said, I'm sitting there. I had nothing to eat, waiting on the Whitney's. 2 hours later, and he 5 minutes from me. Yeah. I said, oh my God. I said, I'm going to stop waiting on this Whitney. He showed up about 9 o'clock with the Wendy's, okay? I said, oh my God. Poor boy can't help himself. He can't help himself. When that, whatever addiction is on you, it's on you. That's going to come first. Yeah. That's coming first.
Yeah. So I definitely appreciated my summers in California. It gave me a different perspective and enlightenment on life. You know,
you just played and ate. That's all you did was play and
ate. I did that in Tennessee too.
Well, you went under that same pressure.
I ain't have mama coming home every day going off on me.
I think you lying now.
But as I got older, I realized why she was going off on me. It ain't had nothing to do with me.
Didn't have nothing to do with you.
It was them 8 hours before she got home.
It was them 8 hours before she left home. It didn't have nothing to do with you.
Yeah. Because my mom didn't have her own transportation. So her transportation getting home in combination of the stress at work. And she come in the house, I'm just smiling, grinning.
You just grinning.
And she like, what you smiling at? Ain't nothing funny. And I'm like, I miss you, mama. I love you. Boy, get out my face. Okay.
He lying.
Okay, mama.
Okay, you tell the truth. I said, get out my face.
Mom, you do it now. It's funny when you get older. You understand it. When you're a kid, you're like, dang.
I know, but when you was going through there and you gave her a look, what she said? What you telling then?
That's the look Billy give you.
Yeah, that's the look. What is it? What they look for? Okay, same look Billy give me. Okay.
They looking at me like, what you feel say?
Yeah.
What I'm doing now? That's how you looking at me.
Yeah.
Well, where I get that from?
We going.
Mama.
We're going down the line now. All right.
I mean, you know, you do a lot of stuff that you say.
That you saw. Okay.
Cause like you, and I'm a control freak. So I be like, what you doing that? You in your room a little bit, what you here doing? Okay then. I ain't fussing at him in my way. My way is checking on him. But he be like, Mom, what I do? I said, I'm just saying what you was here doing, what you supposed to be doing. So
and that's part of the evolution of parenting right there. You can kind of see like everybody totally different. And like with me, I have to disconnect from work when I leave work and get in the car before I pick her up.
Because
my experiences growing up. I know why Mama did it. So by me knowing why she did it, I'm able to like, all right,
do it.
I can actually not do it. I know why she did it.
Okay, you can actually not do it.
But her mama does it. I was
never mad about riding the bus. I was cool. I ain't want no car.
Pam does it. So Pam does it to me. So I understand where Zoe coming from because my mama did it to me. So I'm able to talk to her like, hey, this is what you do.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
So it's really cool.
But now I wasn't mad because I was on the bus. I mean, that was not a bad experience.
But just work. Period. Work. Stress you out.
When I was working at McDonald's, said you want fries instead, or you want 2 packs of ketchup. Hell,
Then you come home.
I wasn't stressed out about it.
Man.
I was like, our rent was $25. Your daddy was paying cable, the little rent, buying the food. I mean, I had Easy Street, so I was never stressed. Even when he was gone, a rent was $25. So really, I was working. So how was I gonna be stressed? I was like, he'll be done. He going to jail. So everything he be done made for the last 2 weeks, he just say here it is.
Yeah.
And he used to tell me come to his job and get his check anyway. He said, come on up here and get the check if you feel like, because the bank gonna be closed when I get out. I was like, okay. So I go cash his check, and it was done. We had an account together. So.
See, now these days we can just transfer over the phone. Pam says she needs some money. I'm like, what you need? We ain't gotta talk. Just send me a text. What you need? All right. I don't even want to talk about what you need. Okay, how much? Well, I shouldn't have to ask you for money. Well, why you ask me for money? I ain't mad. You asking me for money and you the one mad.
See?
Learn situations. I'm on the other end like, girl, get this over with. I know what you want. Here you go. Peace out. I got something to do. Whoop, whoop. This thing right here gonna be a monster. Zoe gonna be a monster.
Zoe gonna be a monster.
She gonna be a monster out here.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't gonna be like, I ain't got time for none of this, y'all. I'm about to go to work. In my room. Zoe gonna be working from home in high school. I'm gonna have her on point. I know too much not to teach my kid. I know way too much now. So, back to California. I love going to California. It was just definitely hot. But it was hot most of the day, so I had to stay inside. So, it brought out my creative side.
Mm-hmm.
So, I learned how to interact with myself and learn who I am, which made me comfortable with who I am. Also made me not be so needy for friends. Cause we kept moving. We moved like every year. I was in a different school like every year. Up until high school. And that was...
Did you finish 4 years at Liberty?
No.
How many years were you there?
3.
Oh, well, you there 3. That's good.
That was the most ever in my life. I got a master's degree. The most I didn't spend at a school was 3 years in high school.
All right.
Well, one reason why, we stayed with my baby and we went to Parkway East. When them people got shot next door to us, we had to go.
Yeah,
in Parkway East.
We went to Maryland Court, and at Maryland Court, I went to Melissa's with Gertrude, and then I went to South Elementary. Came back from South Elementary. We moved to Brookfield. I went to West Jackson. We moved there. We moved with Billy. I went to Andrew Jackson. Then I went to Pope. And then I went to Tiger. And then I went to North Parkway.
You know everybody in Jackson.
And then I went to JCM.
You know everybody in Jackson, don't you?
Oh, we not done, Grandma. Keep going. Watch this. I graduated. Went to Martin. Then went to Memphis. Then went to Jackson State. Went to the military. Basic training.
He did all that last stuff on his own.
I
told him to stay in Jackson.
But still, he had the moving blues.
But I never learned how to build relationships and keep them. I just knew people. Oh, I was in class with you, Eric. I don't know nothing about Eric.
But it's like that because I look at student
life
records.
Is like that.
I was prepared.
Okay.
That's why now I just be like.
Life is. Billy was telling me. I said, Billy, how many friends you got? He was naming all the. Dang, boy. You really got all them
Me
friends?
and his dad done told me about all this stuff.